Hi guys, welcome to the channel. My name is Blessing and I am the creative director behind Not a Granny. So I was working on a project recently and I was like, let me share a bit on it. So basically I am working on creating a graphghan of the Arsenal logo. So my goal is to give my good friend the logo to place on his PS5. I don't know how that's going to work. I don't know if it's going to be a permanent thing, but he's an Arsenal fan, so like that works. So it's just going to have the logo and it's going to be crocheted and it's going to be like custom made for him. Like, yeah, so that is my plan. Basically I'm going to like make it, then also put it on the PS5. I will see how that goes. So the purpose of this video is just to bring you along the process. I'm not particularly making it a tutorial where I take you from the top to bottom. I'm just going to like show you how I went about it, and also maybe you can pick up or learn a thing or two. That is like my goal. Also, if you have questions, you can also let me know in the comment section and I can put you through. I look forward to learning from you guys. If you have like a recommendation or on how to go about things, this is like that beautiful space where we can exchange information, and I really love putting out the information I have and the skills that I've picked up like over time when it comes to crochet. So as of now, this is what I have. Oh my god, it looks so nice. Like, literally looks so nice. Like, this is the first time I'm seeing it like in the camera. I've been looking at it in person. It's nice in person, but at the same time it's like okay. So this is what we have. Oh my god, this is really nice. Then this is the back. I'm trying to make the back and front like not look bad, but as you can see, I have a lot of yarn ends to like hide. And also like I have a lot of tangled yarn. The truth is like this is the reality when it comes to like graphghan. I know people can work knitted. There are tools that you can use to like make your work easier. Maybe you have like a yarn bowl where you can put in your different yarn, then also yarn spools where you can put in your different yarn. Quick intermission. Please take a moment to subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate it if you do. So let's go back into this beauty. So far I've only used chain stitches for the foundation rows, also the turning chains, remember, then everything is single crochet, and that's how I'm going to do it till I get to the end. Right now I've done this wheel part of the logo, and I'm going to, the next step is to like write Arsenal. So let's just see how this goes. I'll catch you guys. First, it is important to note that I used Stitch Fiddle to turn the Arsenal logo into like pixel format, which I then used in creating my pattern. In the future, I'll make a video on how to use Stitch Fiddle, but for now, I just want to bring you along the process from the point I'm currently at. So for the colors, we're using white, then we're using this brown color that we use around the edges and also around this part right here. And we're using blue, which is used around the edges. Then we're using more of white. We have that strip of white on the edge and even within the work. And red is our another major color. Like red and white are two major colors used in this project. So in total we used 4 colors: red, white, the royal blue and the light brown. So for my crochet hook, most Nigerians will know this. I'm using T-Rose in size 4, and it is actually like the same as a 1.5 millimeter crochet hook. So you can go for the 1.5 if you don't have the T-Rose. Me, I love my T-Rose hooks. There's nothing you can tell me. I love my T-Rose hooks. So yeah, I think I've had this hook for about 10 years now, and like love me my T-Rose hook, please love me, and it's still in good shape. So the first thing you're going to be learning is how to add the new color. As you can see, that is me trying to make a single crochet stitch right there, but I want to add my red yarn and I want to add a new strand of yarn. So that is how I'm going to yarn over and pull through. Instead of using the white to pull through, I'm going to use the red to pull through. Then I'm going to start crocheting with the red, just like it was shown in the video. This video, like I mentioned, is not a tutorial, but I think you can definitely pick a thing or two from it. So I'm just showing you that I did not like tie it or anything. I just left it down just like that, because after everything I planned on like hiding the ends one way or another. So like that, you're just going to continue crocheting till you get to where next you need to change color. So if you notice, I'll just drop that red yarn at the back so I can pick it up easily, like the way I want to pick up this white. Again, because I want to change color, I have an incomplete single crochet, so I'm going to take my new color, then use it to yarn over, then continue working with my new color. As you can see, there are a lot of changing of colors going on, and you can see how I'm doing that. Like I said, this video is for you to pick a thing or two. Just look at what I'm doing and try to recreate it. See, I dropped, then I go for the next color, yarn over, pull through the incomplete single crochet, then I use it like that. So like this can help you in your graphghan generally. That is, graphghan is also tapestry, so it can help you with that part of crochet if it's something you're very interested in. And I also don't carry yarn along because it might make the work bulky. I try to limit how many times I carry the yarn. I do it sometimes, but like after I do it for a few rows, I avoid it for the next few rows so that it doesn't make the work bulky. So avoiding bulkiness is another tip, because you want your measurements to match whatever it is that you intend it to be at the end of the day. So this is it when I started writing as now. And one thing I can tell you is that you should trust the process, because it looks like it's not going to form as now, because it looks very, I don't even know, it just doesn't look like anything that is going to like come together, but it's going to definitely come together. And for all these yarn ends, please don't let it scare you. I know that people work meter, and like I know my work looks scary, and I'm actually sorry. G gets, but like hopefully in the future I would explain how to work later. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I'm done writing as now. I'm just going to like move the yarn around just so that you can see it clearly, I think. But this is what it looks like. All the yarn ends are covering it, but that's as now right there. So now I'm left to the top part, so I'm going to continue that and come back. Guys, I'm now in my last row. I do have Arsenal written, so I'm just going to go ahead and put in the last single crochet stitches, then chain one, get my pair of scissors and cut it off. Like when I did this, I was so excited that I was finally done with this project. So obviously now the next step is to hide all these ends, because it has to go. It has to go. You guys, this moment, my initial plan was to just take my darning needle and hide the ends. Like I was like, now I'll just hide it. I know that it take time, I'll just do it. But like I was so eager. I wanted to see my Arsenal logo like come out. So the first one, I did it normally. I hid the ends just like this. If you want to hide the ends, like hide your ends. If you're not in an hurry, if you're not in a hurry, hide your hands like this. See, like so time consuming. Like how many hours would I spend doing this? You can see all the turning upside down in order to like get the yarn out, all of that. So I was like, oh, I'm going to do everything. I even gave thumbs up. But after working for a few minutes, I changed my strategy. I was like, I'm going to just take the yarn ends and pass it to the back. So I'll use something to cover the back. I'll use like a fabric to cover the back. And like that's not bad, because that way it's going to let, if I sew on a fabric to the back, it's going to make sure that the logo does not like, when it's standing, it doesn't drop and it stays. Like there are some people that would hang logos or hang like tapestry work, and what happens is the work starts to drop and like expand. So adding fabric to the back is a method to like prevent your work from hanging, especially if you're going to like, from expanding, especially if you're going to like hang it like a portrait or something. So like that's another tip. But for me, I was just doing it because I was too lazy to hide in all those ends. So I was using my darning needle at first. Then I found out that using the crochet hook would be a faster and easier method. I mean, you pass your crochet hook, yarn over, pull your yarn through just like that, and you have it on the other side. So that's what I was just doing. I'll just push through from the back to the front just like this, push through, yarn over, then pull through to the back. So that's just it. That's just what I did. So I just kept doing that till I got all my yarn to the back, just checking everything is coming together. Then I continued iding the ends, and this is me doing my final yarn iding to the back. And this is what the front looks like. Oh my god, like when I saw this, I was so excited. Like truly, I was so excited. See me sweeping my hand through because of how smooth it was. Then boom, I went and did something because I wasn't too sure. I wanted it to last, I guess. See, this particular step, I'm not advising you to do it though. You can just like leave it there, maybe even like make a few knots, maybe tie some yarn tails together just to secure it. But me, I just felt like, you know what, I'm just going to like add glue, secure it, and fine. Like, and that was what I did. But I'm more advising this one. This one, I'm just showing you that this is what I did. This particular one, don't say I'm the one that asked you. This is my first time adding like this top bonds to yarn. So my plan is to like just test it out with this particular project. So I'm going to do a wash test and let you guys know in the comment section like how it goes, if it's safe to do. But the advice I'm going to give is to tie it before covering it up with fabric. This is what it looked like when it was dry. You see, it actually dried clear to some extent. So what it did was it gave the project this like thick structure, but it did not affect the front design in any form, as you can see. So now I'm going to be adding straps. I used a 4.5mm hook for the straps, and I'm going to be making the yarn times 4. For the actual work, I used times 2, but for this one I'm going to be using times 4. So if you're wondering what the strap is for, so you know I said I was going to be attaching it to the PS5. So I'm going to add straps, 4 straps. So I'm going to be adding 2 straps on both sides, then so that I can like tie it on top and like under. You're going to see what that looks like. For the straps, I just used a specific number of chain stitches for like all the 4 straps. Then for the top strap, this is what I did. I did not have a taper at hand at the time, so I just had to like do this, then like just to make like the parts left on top and at the bottom equal. Then I just put in my crochet hook and put in my strap in that part. For this strap, I just like ended with the chain and just pulled out and tightened like this and cut the yarn tail very close, made it very short. So that was all I did really, was just chain stitches, and that was it. Now to put in straps to the other side, what I did was I just traced down to the other side to ensure like that the straps were like sort of on the same line. So that was what I did, and yeah, I did it for the other side. So the next thing I did was to cut my fabric, and like I mentioned, I did not have a measuring tape at hand, so I just like traced out the length and like the breadth of the work just like this. Like I was just putting it against the work just to trace it out. When I was satisfied with the size of the fabric, I needed to like make the edges of the fabric neat. So I took it to my sewing machine to hide the edges and make it neater. Then I took that to my crochet work and used my hands to sew the fabric to the crochet work. So sewing on the fabric was the last thing. I was finally done and I was ready to like take it and attach it to the PS5. Then I took it and attached it to the PS5 just like this, and this is what it looked like. I hope you were able to learn one thing or two. Like I said, it wasn't a tutorial video. and I hope you're able to pick up some tips. And make sure you guys subscribe to the channel so that I can put more content out. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.